Hello ladies, hello gents. Thank you for being here today. My name is Murielskinder, and on today's video we are going to be talking about the types of women to avoid dating. This is going to get me into a lot of trouble, guys, but let's dive into it. If this is something that you're interested in, definitely keep on watching.
You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings.
Welcome back. So the number one kind of woman to avoid dating is the materialistic one. Oh my god, this kind of woman is the woman that will want every handbag that comes out in fashion, every shoe that is in fashion, anything that she sees on Instagram she wants, anything that is passing by she wants, anything that her friend owns she wants, anything, just anything that she sees is something that she wants to get. But guess what, this is not even coming from her. She's expecting you to give them to her. This is the kind of woman that you need to avoid, you need to run away from, because she will drain you financially. Especially if you're the kind of person that is hoping that, okay, maybe down the line she's going to change. No, she will not change. Because when you start indulging things like that, then you see that in the long run, if you're not able to give it to her, then she will find somebody else that can give to her. Also, because of her materialistic nature, right? She spends more than she earns just because she wants to keep up with trends. She wants to have everything that is trendy, everything that is expensive. Meanwhile, she really cannot afford those things. The only reason why she's doing this is because she feels like that is what is giving her a sense of fulfillment. That is what is giving her a sense of worth. But these are the kind of women that when you notice that she is that way, you have to run. The second type of woman to avoid is the beauty with no brains. Yes, there are some women out there that are so obsessed with their bodies. Yes, a woman needs to carry herself in a certain kind of way, but when she is the kind of one that is obsessed with her body, you need to run. Because most men are visual. They are seeing this pretty woman, but they do not know that this woman does not have brains. And when you notice that she's the kind of person who cannot bring anything to the table, when I talk about bringing something to the table, I don't mean only financially, because a woman is there to nurture a man. Because if a woman is not a nurturer, if a woman doesn't have brains, she cannot help you in any way. This is not the kind of woman that you want to be with long term. You might say, oh, because of her body, you would try to instill into her some values. No, if she came with no brain, then she has no brain at all. These are the kind of ladies that you call arm candies. They just leech onto you like an arm candy, but then they have nothing to offer. All they do is think about what they are going to wear. All they do is think about how their body looks, or which thing they need to do next with their body to make to augmentate the body, you know. But they are not able to fit in the loopholes that you have. Because say for example, you're a man who is purpose driven, right? You're a man who is looking at the future and looking at something that you need to do. Or maybe you're somebody that has a business. This woman cannot even advise you on how to go. She cannot be a blind spot to you, because sometimes you have blind spots and you need somebody to fill that gap. But these are not the kind of women that can be able to help you fill the gap. Instead, they're going to take away from you. And when they take away from you, they will keep on taking and taking and taking. And that way you one day find yourself drifting apart from your purpose, just because you got involved with a woman who is beautiful, but yet got no brains. This brings me to the third kind of woman to avoid dating. The third kind of woman to avoid dating is the over independent. Yes, a woman needs to be independent. A woman needs to be able to have her own things together. She needs to be able to have herself together. But when she is over independent, you have to run. Because there is a difference between being independent and being interdependent. If you're somebody that wants to go into a relationship, you need to go into a relationship with somebody who is also ready to get into a relationship. That way you guys have a focus. That way you guys have somewhere that you're going to, something that you're working towards. Because there is no reason getting into a relationship with somebody who doesn't even want to be in a relationship. These are the kind of women, the women that are so independent, are the kind of women that say, I don't need a man, you know. So you have to understand where she's coming from. Some people, sometimes they are too independent because of the kind of toxic relationship that they left from, or because of other underlying factors. If this is a woman that you really love, you have to try to find out why she is that way. And there is something that you have to do. You don't take a woman who is too independent and expecting that down the line she will still be too independent. Because if down the line she gets into you, you need to be able to be flexible. Because no woman out there who is having her mind together, who is in the right frame of mind, will want to only be doing things for herself. Here she can be able to do them for herself, but she will need a man by her side that can also do things for her. That is why it is necessary to be with someone who is interdependent. Therefore, these are the kind of people that, you know, you pour into them and they pour into you. You pour into them and they pour into you. If you are with the kind of woman who is over independent, then you might just be a booty call. I'm sorry to say that, but that's the truth. She might only need you to satisfy her sexual desires. She might only need you because she just wants to keep a man somewhere and have a feeling that she's with a man, but she's not necessarily in a relationship with you. So you need to watch out for women like this. This brings me to the fourth point. The fourth kind of woman to avoid dating is an insecure one. Oh my God. A woman who is insecure can drive you crazy. A woman who is insecure can make you lose a part of yourself in the relationship. Because instead of building that relationship up, you will spend most of your time trying to acknowledge her. You spend most of your time trying to make her to understand that what she's thinking and cooking up in her head is not really what is going on. You will try to acknowledge her all the time. You will try to validate her all the time. That is not something that you want to be doing, because it is so stressful, it is so draining, and you don't want to find yourself in that kind of situation. A woman who is insecure is also a woman that is comparing. Because this kind of women, they are comparing with every other woman that they see out there. Every other woman that they see out there, they feel like the woman is either belittling them or they feel like they are better than that woman just because they are not within themselves, they are not feeling themselves. And worst of all, this kind of women will go as far as comparing you with other men. They will want you to be like somebody else. They wouldn't want to invest in you to see that you become who you are when you get to your full potential. They will want you to be like somebody else. So every time in your relationship, instead of trying to have fun, instead of trying to build up something, you will keep on reassuring them day in, day out. And nobody wants to be in that kind of position. I'm not saying that women who are insecure, they will never change. Yes, they can change, but they're just not ready for this relationship. And you cannot change them, because this is something that they have to work on by themselves. This is something that they have to take the initiative to do for themselves so that they can be in a place where they can be with somebody. So if you are seeing a woman who is insecure, just run. I always say run for some reason, but yeah, you want to keep your sanity. So you have to know the kind of person that you're with. Last but not the least, another kind of woman that you have to avoid dating is the party goer. Hold on, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that a woman should not party. I'm not saying that a woman shouldn't want to have a good time. I'm not saying that a woman cannot go out, a woman cannot just have fun. I am saying that do not date a woman who is a party goer. You know, the kind of ones that drink to stupor. They are always drunk. They don't even think about their future. They don't think about anybody else but the bottle and party. They want to go out every other night. They want to go out every weekend. They want to be out there doing drinking and smoking and all that. Those are not the kind of woman that you want to date, because a woman who wants to be out there all the time, who is not focused, who is not goal oriented, is not the kind of person that you want to build a life with. It's not the kind of person that you want around you. This kind of woman will cancel plans that you guys have already made because they want to be partying with your friends. This kind of woman will show up to dinner date drunk and breaking off alcohol. This kind of woman is going to be very disrespectful. This kind of woman will not value you. She will not value what you say because she is thinking about the next party to go to. So these are not the kind of people that you want to associate yourself with. This is not the kind of woman that you want to have a relationship with, because The only thing that interests her is the next bottle of beer. The only thing that interests her is the next bottle of alcohol or which party she has to go to. However, if you're the kind of man that is a party goer as well and likes all those things that I just mentioned about a woman who is partying too much, then by all means you can go ahead and date this kind of woman because you all will be on the same page. But remember that you will destroy yourselves, because if you're the kind of person who is a party goer, she's also a party goer, then you both are always thinking about the next party to go to, then there is nothing that you guys are working towards. And down the line, it is very, 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 very positive that you guys will break that relationship because nobody is helping the other person. Thank you for watching today's video. Please like, share, and subscribe. And watch out for the part 2 of this video because I didn't want to make this too long, so there'll be a part 2 coming out. Thank you again, guys. Have a fab one. Love you all.
We can spend all